Another one. Confounded thing. You have an intelligent look about you. A moment of your time? Greetings! You have a sharp look to you, traveler. My name is Azander. I'm an Arcanist, and I'm hoping we can help each other out. I've decades of esoteric knowledge, a bit of coin, and a convivial attitude. What do you say? I'd like your help tracking down a former associate of mine. I was attempting to create a relic of great power, and now find my fate frayed, for lack of a better term. I call this relic the Fateweaver Key. Martina was a brilliant collaborator, and may be able to identify where I went wrong. To find her, we'll need to find a tome, summon a Daedra, and brave the terrors of Apocrypha. What do you say? Join me in an exploration into the unknown? I'm looking forward to our collaboration. As I said, we'll need a book on Daedra summoning to get us on the right track. Let's convene in the center of Cypher's Midden. Is there anything I can clarify for you before we begin? That mystic phenomenon I was struggling with, I'm calling them frayed fates. They're echoes from a choice I once made. My work to create the Fateweaver Key has snarled them up. So untidy. If I'm ever to perfect the key, I'll need to unfray my fate. An excellent question. I'm a scholar of esoterica, eldritch secrets, and things mortals were not meant to know. I'm an Arcanist of the highest order, proud to say, wresting the power of Apocrypha into my quill-gnarled hands, as you do. Ah, a fellow seeker of knowledge. Do you hold more to the tentacular school of thought? Or are you more of a rune carver? You're not one of those tiresome paddlers in the fathomless seas, are you? Apologies. We can compare notes later. It's not my fault. I mean, I was attempting to peer beyond the veil of reality, much as Hermaeus Mora does, to gaze upon other fate lines. It would have been brilliant. I should have spent more time developing my infralux notation. Just think, what could you learn by looking beyond your own life, at the paths unwalked? What kernels of truth could you hold with such a tool? I hope to gain knowledge about myself, about the universe, why, about the very nature of mortality. A simplistic example. Not all choices are equal. But if the choice to have oatmeal instead of eggs changed the course of your life, think of them like divergence points, and everything you could learn seeing the might-have-beens play out. The stacks aren't far at all. I'll see you there.
Over here, Foxy.
Traveling by portal is disconcerting. I'm doing my very best not to spew right now. Please, talk to Laramil while I compose myself.
I trust your trip through the Endless Library was not too unsettling. The winding paths of Apocrypha can prove troubling to those unfamiliar with its preternature. Cypher's Midden contains a wellspring of knowledge. Shall we begin our research? The ciphers of the Eye offer hospitality and refuge to mortals who arrive in Apocrypha, whether purposefully or by accident. However, I am reluctant to involve them in this endeavor. Fortunately, I have my own methods for conducting research. The contents of these stacks change from moment to moment, such is the nature of this realm's thirst for knowledge. I can prepare a spell scroll for each of us. As you search, it will dredge up anything related to the parameters I set for the spell. All research requires parameters. This spell should locate information pertaining to the Fulcrum Obscura, the Rite, and Torvasad's lost dream. Use the scroll's enchantment to aid your search. Then return here, and we shall compare notes. Scour the stacks, Proxy. The magicka I infused into your scroll shall assist you by retrieving any relevant tomes from their resting place. Meet me in my nearby study when you have completed your search. What a curious query. Where else would I research and ponder the knowledge that the one who knows deigns to share? It is a humble refuge, nothing more. Now, we really must see what information we can draw from the stacks of Cypher's Midden. You and Gadain recovered a portion of the relic, the Fulcrum Obscura, from the catacombs of Necrom. The rite appears to be related to a black book once in the possession of Magister Meln. Both seem to be essential to the enemy's search for a dream. Apocrypha contains all secrets and knowledge. Whether they be dreams or memories or tomes, they all wind up here. We know that Torvasad learned something at the Tranquil Catalogue. We need to conduct our own research now and try to get ahead of them. That is what we must determine. The various repositories of Apocrypha are infinite. Books, glyphics, vaults. We have ascertained that if this particular secret is uncovered, it has the potential to destroy reality as we know it. That must not happen.
The search for knowledge begins! Ha! I've no idea where in Orbis to look for my old colleague Martina. But I know she was working with a Daedric consultant, a creature named Tim. If we can summon Tim, we can find Martina. Indubitably, I knew I was right about you. Now, an esteemed elder within the ciphers once summoned forth this Daedra. If we can find the notes from this elder, you and I can summon Tim and engage in parley. You've never been to the Library of Dusk, I take it, or the forbidden section of Gwillem University. Dedicated scholars must develop their own search magics. I'll begin the incantation. Just be ready for anything. Apocrypha is full of surprises. eruditum! Abyssal sea, hear my call. Find the secrets beneath this scroll. The rune form is complete. Follow where it leads. Aha! The book we need is in that pile. There. The tome show has the text. Get after it. The chase is on. Excellent work. Ha! That was bracing. Pity the tome will smell like transliminal parasite now. Let's see what it says. Here's the ritual to summon Tem. Easy enough, just a question of the appropriate summoning materials. We'll need expunged tome dust, the talon of a seeker, and black ichor from the spoomy pools of Apocrypha. Let me mark your map. Seekers tend the flora of the region. Their talons often break off in the resin. And there should be plenty of tome dust scraped from parchment in the Cipher's Midden Expungatory. Try to get some from a Daedric incantation. I'll procure that, worry not. Don't want you to think I'm taking advantage of your assistance. Once you have the dust and talon, we'll meet back up at the ritual site I've marked on your map. What do you say? The tome dust should be found in the Cipher's Midden Expungatory, while Seekers tend to congregate around those resin plants to the southwest. Easy enough, and soon we'll be talking to Tem. Well, I should hope so. I've been coming here for years. Fascinating place. You can learn the ways of the Arcanist back home, of course. But to truly understand the forces of fate, tides and the Abyssal Sea, there's nowhere else like it. Oh, here and there, you know. You've seen one post-feudal city-state, you've seen them all, am I right? My family hails from Hammerfell. Born and raised in tall Papa's shadow.
This stack might contain something important. They call this a library? I see no rhyme or reason to the Cipher's organization. Oh, and this is a terrible way to treat books. I understand now why Liramil must employ spells to conduct her research here. through that book from the stack. Quick, grab it. An ancient tome describing lost memories barely remembered in a dream? What a mess. Have they no respect for the written word? It's burning up! Quickly, grab whatever remains! It's almost as though someone is eliminating these books the moment you find them. At least you recovered something. This stack looks promising. A brittle old tome. Handle it carefully. The book crumbled to dust. Hopefully the pages you recovered contain something relevant.
Another disturbance in the currents of fate, and what do I find? The Great Eye's mortal surrogate. Again. Once again, the water of fate ripples with unnatural disturbances. As if some huge clod tossed a rock into a still pond. And what huge clod do I find at the center of these ripples? The Great Eye's mortal surrogate. As I explained on the mortal plane, I am tasked with aligning wrinkles in the annals of fate. How I accomplish that is totally up to me. But when something alters fate's prescribed path, it makes ripples. Just like the one I followed here. Interesting. It would be good to know more about what the agents of Vermina and Periite seek in my master's realm. Did anything out of the ordinary occur while you were conducting your search? I was afraid of that. Whatever you're involved in may be beyond my jurisdiction. I suspect the secrets you hope to uncover fall under the direct protection of Apocrypha itself. The Great Eye has put precautions in place to keep them hidden. It means you have been given an impossible task, and it may taint my otherwise spotless record. This is not good. Not good at all. Take whatever you learned and bring it to Larimel the Wise. Hopefully she can make sense of this conundrum. Of course not. Why would you? You're only mortal. You were selected to help Hermaeus Mora save Apocrypha and Nirn. To do that, you must uncover the very secrets the Great Eye's enemies pursue. Secrets that can unravel reality as we know it. Obviously, everything of Apocrypha is of Hermaeus Mora. Only through the Great Eye's will could the sacred tomes be destroyed. You were chosen, and then I was unlucky enough to become involved. For good or ill, our fates have become tangled. For me to complete my task, you must succeed in yours. Which is clearly impossible since you can't overcome Apocrypha's protections. Which means you won't be able to save fate. So I suppose it doesn't really matter. Reality will unravel soon enough.
Do be careful.
And
Don't
fire
rush about to scatter the
rained
dust.
down.
Some of my cohorts dislike the work of the expungatory, but I find it quite soothing, especially after the rigors of field work. My book on... oh no. I'm guilty of authoring that nonsense, yes. A journeyman effort from several centuries ago. If you have it, please take it with you. It is trash. This is the expungatory, an important hub in our settlement. Here, palimpsests are recycled for reuse. Scrolls are scraped clean of old sigils, ready to be used again in a new and potent arcane working. The expunged spells are still quite potent, so we hold them for a time to allow their energies to dissipate naturally. If you must, feel free to search the rune piles for your summoning ritual. And let me return to my work.
Above the moon of Nasser.
Incoming tides. Endless. Endless.
Beyond sweet oblivion, ensnared within the runes of my dark love.
Ugh, such drivel in some of these old spells.
Friend, Laramil is waiting for you in her study.
The Midden stacks have been reluctant to yield the answers I had hoped for.
Apocrypha itself works against you. But the Great Eye's surrogate had some success.
Indeed. Show me, Proxy. Is it true? Were you able to successfully gather research on the relic, the rite, and the lost dream? Every time I thought I found something relevant, it crumbled or burned up before I could examine it. So you experienced something similar? As though the stacks were actively trying to keep the information hidden. Still, you managed to save some of the research. A reflection of your role as Fate's proxy, perhaps. Let me peruse these pages. This implies the relic was specifically created to reveal hidden secrets. Do these secrets pertain to the ancient cipher's report regarding the dream of a lost memory? And this last one? Could the enemy be seeking the infinite panopticon? Only one of Hermaeus Mora's most secure repositories of secret knowledge. It exists within a pocket realm of Apocrypha, but the entrance constantly shifts locations. Of course, they must be using the Fulcrum Obscura to reach the panopticon. You and Gadain must use the part of the relic you possess to do the same as the enemy. Locate the entrance to the panopticon. There are cairns throughout the realm. Sprinkle this dust of conjunction on 3 of them, then let Gadain apply the relic. Applying the dust to the 3 cairns I marked on your map will form a matrix of magicka. Gadain shall use the relic on each. Then I can perform a ritual to locate the Panopticon's entrance. I shall also give Gadain a gift, something to protect him. A charm that will provide Gadain with some measure of safety as you travel through Apocrypha. Please keep him safe, Proxy. Even with the charm, he seems overly fragile. Each cairn should glow after the successful application of dust and relic. Research is often a series of trials and errors. But yes, this should work. In addition to its normal properties, the relic should also seek out its other half. After you activate the 3 cairns, return here. Then I shall complete the ritual. Gadain, take this charm. It shall mark you as my guest in Apocrypha, and keep you safe.
That's most thoughtful, Laramel. Thank you.
The infinite panopticon is kept hidden for a good reason, Laramel.
Which is why we must locate it and protect it from the enemy.
This is the sort of quandary that makes my tentacles twitch.
What a kind gesture. Laramil... She's special, isn't she, my friend? Well, I have Laramil's charm, and I have the piece of the Fulcrum Obscura. I suppose I'm as ready as I'll ever be to traipse across a realm of oblivion. Laramil has read all these books? What a kind gesture. Laramil... she's special, isn't she, my friend? Well... I suppose I just need to hold the relic out like so. It almost feels alive in my hand. It worked! Look how it glows!
Very smart. Laramil's tapping into the realm's currents of fate to find the Panopticon.
Laramil's amazing. Who else could help us find the Panopticon? Laramil's amulet can protect us both. Look! Another can. You. Give me a moment to focus the Fulcrum Obscura.
I know how dangerous this sort of ritual can be. Laramil's brave. I'll give her that.
The other keepers are never going to believe this. Usually, when we misplace a relic, we find it behind a couch in the Abbey.
to approach a mere shadow, mortal. The remnants break under the assault of invaders. Perhaps this is our Lord's will. Do you know the Dream Carvers? The servants of Vermina? As we speak, they tear apart our fortress, the Cenotaph. The remnants were blades of Lord Hermaeus Mora. He imbued us with a portion of himself, so we could defend his realm. For eons, this pact held. Now, the Dream Carvers may take our gifts for themselves. We secured the pact inside a space called the Crux. Should the Dream Carvers enter this space, our gifts become theirs to steal. Mortal, the invaders cannot gain these powers. Help us purge them from the Cenotaph. We reward aid when given. Any effort you provide puts us in your debt. The Cenotaph lies in the north. Just outside, you will find a group of surviving remnants. Look for Tis. Stay cautious, mortal. The Dream Carvers attack your mind, long before they reach your flesh.
There's the final can. Protects us both. Dust applied. Now to use the relic. Oh my, it wriggled in my hand. All done. Let's return to Laramil's study and let her know she can proceed.
Have you found any ciphers or strange grimoires in your travels, stranger? There are tomes missing from our collection, and several ciphers as well. If you come across them in your travels, bring them back. I would be grateful. Laxalt is dead? That is unfortunate. She was a promising cipher. I looked forward to many profitable discourses with her, but Apocrypha holds many dangers for mortals. What kind of situation could she have gotten herself into? Why, this is the first volume of the Numinous Grimoire. It's one of the tomes that went missing from our collection. A dangerous book of forbidden knowledge. It destroys the mind of any mortal who reads it. I'd better take that. This is troubling. Laxalt should have known better than to meddle with the Numinous Grimoire. I must look into this. Thank you for bringing back this book, and the news of Cipher to Laxalt's fate. Here, a reward for your trouble. A strange tale. Why would this mysterious A kill a Cipher who did as they asked? What's behind the promise to read the book together? Well, if you find any other dead Ciphers or missing books in your travels, come tell me. We are scholars, scribes, seekers of knowledge, mortals drawn to Apocrypha from all corners of Tamriel. Here, we help tend Hermaeus Mora's infinite library. In return, the Great Eye grants us access to its contents. Infinite knowledge. Hardly. Most mortals visit Apocrypha in solitude, seeking answers to questions important to them. But some of us come to realize that no ambition in the mortal world compares to what surrounds us here. We choose to stay in Cypher's Midden. Apocrypha can be dangerous for mortals. Cypher's Midden serves as a refuge of sorts. Here, those who follow the Cypher philosophy come together for protection. Creature comforts, fellowship after a fashion. It's not much, but now it's home. That makes two of us. There must be a connection between these ciphers. Something they have in common, but I do not know what it is. Which missing cipher do you want to know about? Talaxol? An Argonian scholar who didn't always fit in here. A free spirit of sorts. She valued knowledge in many forms. Songs, art, handicrafts. Talaxalt rarely bothered with books. When she wanted to know something, she sought instruction. It might have. Talaxalt sometimes made strange bargains with those she wanted to learn from, dealt with entities few other ciphers know. Knowledge has a price, especially in Apocrypha. What else can I tell you?
The cans have been activated, Laramil.
Well done. Now, to complete the ritual. I feel the ebb and flow of Apocrypha. Some guide me, others try to.
Laramil, do be careful.
I told you. Apocrypha doesn't give up its secrets without a price.
Got it! Curate Gidane's concern is appreciated but unwarranted, Proxy. I have been sifting through Apocrypha's secrets long enough to know my limits. And the ritual performed just as I hoped it would. Still, I could use a moment to regain my strength. The ritual directed me to the desolate northwest reaches of the Chroma Incognito. I sensed the entrance we seek there, as well as the other half of the Fulcrum Obscura. Our enemy must have also located the entrance, or is close to doing so. Let me mark the location on your map. Go quickly, Proxy. I shall follow and meet you there after I make sure Curate Gidane gets back to Nirn safely. Go to the northwest region of the Chroma Incognito and see what you can find, Proxy. I shall catch up with you in due course. Scroot, please make sure Curate Gidane returns safely to Necrom. His work here is done.
But we still haven't recovered the other half of the Fulcrum Obscura.
Listen to Laramil, mortal. Your mind would melt the moment you stepped into the Infinite Panopticon.
But... Oh, very well. I'll return to Necrom and see if I can learn anything more about the hidden Kindred or Master Shelreni. Do be careful, my friends. I'll return to Necrom with Scroot if Laramil thinks that's for the best. Just stay safe, my friend. And keep Laramil safe, too. I'll protect this half of the relic and see what more I can learn about Master Shelreni.
I prefer simple anomalies. This one has become too complex and dangerous for my liking. I'll return the mortal corpse keeper to Necrom. Perhaps by the time I'm done, the course of fate will have corrected itself. But probably not.
We located the entrance to the infinite panopticon. At least, until it moves again. Let us head inside and try to stop the hidden kindred from locating the secret they seek. I know not which of our enemies have entered the panopticon, but the ritual latched onto both the hidden entrance and the other half of the Fulcrum Obscura. They must have used the relic to find this place, not unlike how we did it. Legends say the Panopticon is an endless labyrinth of rooms and passages, but nothing inside conforms to reality as we know it. It protects some of Hermaeus Mora's most precious secrets, and powerful guardians roam its lanes. Shall we proceed? Prepare yourself, Proxy. We should both be able to withstand a short visit to the Panopticon. But that does not mean we can ignore the dangers. Steel your mind and harden your will. When you are ready, let us head inside. We have entered the infinite panopticon. But where are the catalogers?
That hunger isn't native to Apocrypha. See how it shifts between the layers of reality? Attack while it's shifted, and its energy can power my ghost sight. My ghost sight to attack with precision. step into the focus to use my ghost sight. Use my ghost sight to strike through. Not bad, not bad. But without my ghost sight, you probably wouldn't have survived that.
Careful, Proxy. I sense corruption in the air.
Right. This malignancy allows the corrupted Guardians to phase between layers of reality. When we get close, use my ghost sight to find the source. You destroyed one sensor of corruption, but I sensed more above us.
What did you do, Proxy? The corruption has lessened, but it persists.
Let fate renew your vigor, Proxy.
Use my ghost sight. There's something nearby. Another sensor destroyed. Without my ghost sight, you'd never find them.
Well done. The corruption's hold weakens. Lightcrown created this corruption. With the help of Master Shareni, Vermina, and Peria. We must destroy the remaining sensors.
That was the last sensor. The corruption should clear on its own now.
Whatever you just did, I sense the corruption fading away. Let us talk. Whatever you did, it worked. The corruption dissipates even as we speak. According to Blightcrown's notes, they are using the corruption as some sort of method to avoid detection. Is that how they plan to elude the gaze of the one who knows? I believe so. He has somehow combined the power of dream with the power of pestilence to shift between the layers of this reality. They are here, but not here. Effectively hidden from the all-seeing gaze of Hermaeus Mora. The power of the ritual we use to locate the Panopticon lingers. We can use it to focus on the portion of the Fulcrum Obscura that Torvasad and Blightcrown carry. We can follow its trail directly to them. I shall concentrate the residual power of my ritual into a final tracking spell. Follow where the energy leads. Obscura through this door, Proxy. Hermaeus Mora has set a guardian gaze to protect the way ahead. We must divert its attention to cross the chamber. Reeking of disease. Is this how they distracted the Guardian?
The Guardian's vision is similar to my ghost sight. Nothing escapes its notice.
Activating the room got the Guardian's attention. There must be more of them. Look, another room. Find and activate the remaining rooms.
Activate all of the corrupted rooms, and we should be able to sneak past the eye.
The Guardian appears rattled by those Periite runes. The Guardian is distracted. Now, through the portal to the north.
See how the fulcrum vibrates? What we seek is here.
Another eye? It looks like all the others to me.
Have faith, diseased one. This eye contains the memory of the dream we seek.
Then let's get this over with. I can't hide us between the layers of reality much longer.
Ah, fate's mortals. I have no wish to harm you. Turn back and let us finish what we started.
They dare enter one of Hermaeus Mora's forbidden memories. We must follow them. Let me open a portal.
Proceed carefully. Between the energy here and Blightcrown's manipulation of reality, Lirimil's portal could behave erratically. I knew it! But not what Lirimil intended, and now she's missing. Spellcasting should be left to the professionals. Look above us. The eye of another portal. I knew it! Blightcrown's manipulation of the layers of reality caused Lirimil's spell to splinter. Well, step on through, and hopefully we'll reach the layer we're looking for. moving through the portals. Each portal gets us one step closer to the Eye of Mora. Maybe Lirimil's a better spellcaster than I thought. Traversing different layers of reality is disconcerting. Quick, into that portal! This one doesn't get us there, I'm going to start making things explode. Finally! The Eye of Mora on the walkway above us. Made it. The Eye of Mora! With or without Lirimil, you need to go in after Blightcrown and Corvusart. transparent as I am. And look, there's
We're in
Torvasant.
memory of Hermaeus Mora, mortal. Here, no harm may befall us. I suggest we use this opportunity to confer. When dealing with matters of fate, meetings such as this are inevitable. Know that I am Torvasant, and know that we need not be adversaries in these matters. I simply seek an ancient dream, barely remembered. Lost knowledge, nothing more. Is that what Hermaeus Mora and his high elf lackey told you? Can you imagine any revelation that possesses such power? No. This is about keeping secrets, hoarding knowledge, stealing memories. Hermaeus Mora, the great miser of oblivion. All I have is fragments of a dream. Even Vermina could not help me recall it. But we remembered enough to get us this far. Hermaeus Mora stole this knowledge from us. I do not wish to harm you, mortal. To harm anyone. But I will learn the truth. The pompous mortal riddled with disease. The memory rejected him. We entered together, but I stand here, alone. Except for you. But worry not for Periite's priest. Blightcrown has skills. It should be a simple matter for him to return to Nirn. I will continue my search. You, however, should turn back. Wandering the memories of a Daedric prince is dangerous for one such as I. For you, such a journey will most likely prove fatal. I would hate to see Fate's Chosen reach such an ignoble end. Heed my words, mortal.
If I learned anything as a Telvanni Magister, it's this. When a Dremora tells you to go right, you go left. Let's see what this memory contains. Dream Carvers. Prince Vermina's pet Dremora clan. Those are Vermina markings on the walls.
It is already done. You will forget this ever happened. Everyone will. It is the only way to preserve reality.
Damn you, Mora! Damn! No! A spell to make all of reality forget. I can barely imagine. Come on. We need to find Torvasard.
Prince Vermina sent us here to punish Leon.
And now you know of Hermaeus Morvis' grand betrayal. Once I restore Vermina's statue, the process of restoring the memory will begin. I suggest you defend yourself, mortal.
Into the focus to use my ghost sight to attack with precision.
The Prince of Fate comes, the truth. What was shattered has been destroyed.
Who dares enter this forbidden memory? No! What have you done? Flee while you can, transgressor. Your reckless actions threaten all of reality. Changed. Chosen, speak with me. I erased all evidence of this moment, and of the events that led to the loathsome action I was forced to perform. But I could not strip it from my own memory. And now that misstep has borne bitter fruit. What did the Dremora tell you, Chosen? Torvasard spoke true. Forbidden knowledge and secrets are my prime concern. Much of what I hoard serves to protect all the realms of existence. This particular secret, however, must stay forgotten. Even this slight recollection threatens reality. Torvasard found a way to slip past the eyes that see all into the memory he should have had no ability to access. And yet, here we are. He restored that which I destroyed. And now this recollection is no longer forgotten. The threads fray, but have not yet snapped. Torvasard and my enemies recall a fraction of the memory, but the most devastating secret remains locked away. Return to your allies. The situation can still be salvaged if you and Laramil work together. Use this portal. Return to Laramil's study. We'll talk again soon.
There you are. I was afraid you might have been lost in the void after my portal fractured. When the opportunity to enter a place of forbidden knowledge was snatched from me, the frustration was nearly overwhelming. Oh, well. Tell me what you saw inside the memory, Proxy. Ah, the event that began this cavalcade of fate. Of course, such drastic measures must have been taken for good reason. The one who knows keeps referring to the unraveling of reality if we fail in our efforts. What else did you experience? With that level of power, Torvasard is clearly more than your average Dremora. Much more. Does that mean the secret has been remembered? Have we failed? Shall reality begin unraveling all around us? Then only some of the lost memory has been restored. The most dangerous portion of the secret must still be hidden. Very well. If you plan to honor your contract and still want to help save Apocrypha and Nirn, I shall assist you as best I can. I would have it no other way, Proxy. We followed Hermaeus Mora's enemies from one end of Apocrypha to the other, and we learned what they seek. You have done well, and the one who knows wants to reward your efforts. Take this. Then we shall see. What you described. How could Torvasard change a memory of Hermaeus Mora? How could he alter what happened so long ago? Such a power should not exist. This sensation. Bafflement. I do not care for it. Torvasard has allies as well. Master Shell Rennie, Vermina and Periite. Blightcrown and the hidden kindred cultists. They seek to restore memories stolen from them by Hermaeus Mora. And from what you saw, Torvasard has started the restoration process. Yes, most puzzling. Torvasard's next step must involve the right Master Shell Rennie seeks to draw from Meln's Black Book. Return to Necrom and find Curate Gadain. See what Shell Rennie is up to. Meanwhile, I have other inquiries I wish to explore. Remember, as long as Shell Rennie possesses the Black Book, she can complete her rite. If they fully unlock this forgotten secret, multiple realms are doomed. I shall meet you at the bookshop in Necrom after I complete my investigations. Torvasard and Blightcrown could be anywhere, but Master Shell Rennie has roots in the Telvanni Peninsula. If anyone can help you navigate the complexities of the Dunmer Great Houses, it is Curate Gadain. Investigating Shell Rennie is our best option. Perhaps that is one of the possibilities I plan to explore. However, Torvasard demonstrated powers unheard of for a typical Dremora. He may have other abilities. I need to proceed with caution. And Blightcrown serves Periite, another obstacle. A cult composed of followers of Vermina and Periite, princes that usually work against each other, may be easier to uncover. I shall see what I can learn from my contacts among Hermaeus Mora's faithful. We will succeed, Proxy. We have to. Blightcrown and Shelrenny concocted the dream affliction with the help of Vermina and Periite. It allowed them to avoid detection by shifting into alternate layers of reality. It even affected Mora's guardians. And we know they plan to improve it. If they can perfect their formula, what better way to steal the most dangerous secret in Apocrypha than from under the gaze of the one who knows? But if we can stop Master Shelrenny and they cannot find the secret they seek, it shall not matter. This portal will return you to Necrom, Proxy.
Master Shelrenny murdered me to avoid the scrutiny of the Assembly of Masters. What else might she do to further her ambitions?